Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're here, you're probably not subscribed, so go ahead and click the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, turn on the alerts so then you get the videos instantly, like pew! Today we'll be taking the Flags of the World quiz. I'm gonna get 196 flags and I have to try and identify every single one of them. I'm usually good at geography type games. I feel like I can get 100% on this, but let's give it a go and let's see what happens. So here's the quiz. It's all country flags of the world. This is one of those popular quizzes on Jetpunk. I think I'm pretty good at flags, but I guess we'll find out right now. So it looks like the format of this is they provide me with a flag, and then I essentially need to provide the name of the corresponding country. So easy enough. Looks like some gimmies at the start, but let's do it. So we have the United States here. Next up, we have the United Kingdom. After this, extra star on the bottom means Australia, as opposed to their neighbors, the Kiwis, which is going to be New Zealand, and they have less stars, but it's a very similar flag. We have Canada right there with the maple leaf, of course. Russia with the white on top. Red, white, and blue, but it's not a light blue, which means it's the Netherlands as opposed to Luxembourg, which we'll probably get to soon. This is France, of course. Very basic flag. That's Italy. Now, green, white, and orange is going to be Ireland. And yep, so this is a very common trivia question. Sometimes they'll switch up and invert the colors. And so if you see orange first, it's not going to be the Irish flag. It's going to be the Ivory Coast flag, which is a country in Africa, in Western Africa. White on top, so now we're getting to variations of the Italian colors, and this is going to be Bulgaria with white on top. Next up, we're going to have Hungary. If you have white on the side with this red, that's going to be Madagascar. So kind of an obscure flag. We're starting to get to some difficult ones. Japan is the dot. South Korea is going to be that flag. This is Bangladesh, somewhat unique, and then Palau, which is, again, I think it's a kind of difficult flag to know, but once you know it, it's kind of like you won't forget it. This is Brazil. I've seen that a bunch, and then we got Sweden here. All right, good start for now. All right, next up, looks like we have the Scandinavian flags. So we have Finland here. Next up, we have Norway. This looks to be Iceland and then Denmark. This is Greece. This is Georgia. So again, this is a tough flag. Don't expect too many people to know that. This one is Tonga, country in Oceania. Again, kind of a tough flag. This is Malta. I've been to Malta, so I always remember their flag. This is the DR. I feel like if you live in the Americas, you'll probably be familiar with a lot of these flags, but this is, yeah, the DR. This is China, of course, and then Vietnam, very distinct flags. Yellow star equals Cameroon, right? And then this is Burkina Faso. So again, this is a country in Western Africa. A lot of people aren't aware of it. It's one of the tougher flags. This is Myanmar here, previously Burma. Next up, we have Kosovo. Moving to here, looks like we have Albania. Nice. This is Cyprus. Kind of nice because the outline of the country is the flag. It's always nice. Dragon is Bhutan. Then we have Lebanon with the tree here. Now, Nepal is the only flag to have this distinct shape, so it's kind of an easy one to remember. Next up is Vatican. The Vatican has a pretty cool flag. This is Switzerland, of course. Looks like the first aid symbol. This is Belgium because of the vertical stripes as opposed to Germany, which we'll get to. This is Niger. It's not India. It looks like India, but it's not. It's Niger. This is Gabon. I remember green and blue. So G on top, B on the bottom. Gabon, Gabon, which is a country, again, in Africa. This is Israel. Most people probably know that one. This is Papua New Guinea, however you pronounce it. Country coastal of Indonesia to the east of it. This is San Marino, country within Italy. This is the DRC, or the Democratic Republic of Congo. Very big country in Africa. Sits right below the equator. This one we got Turkey, and then we have Tunisia. Look very similar. So when I play GeoGuessr, those flags are, when I do blind GeoGuessr specifically, when people describe the flags to me, they're like, oh, crescent moon with red. Well, I'm like, well, which one is it? Because they look the same. This is Algeria. Next up, we have the Pakistan flag. This is Mauritania. I remember this because it looks like a bowl. So it's like Mauritania, like poured in the bowl, Mauritania. I don't know. That's how I remember that one. This is going to be Azerbaijan because of the colors. So I just remember the color scheme for that. This is Comoros. I remember because the crescent moon forms a C and it kind of goes out into it. So it's like spelling a word that starts with C. So this is the Comoros flag, which is a island country, again, off the coast of Africa. Next up, we have Libya, pretty standard flag. And then Malaysia, which kind of looks like the United States flag, but just has the one crescent moon in the top left. From here, this one, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. I don't even know how I know that one. That one's just sort of like off memory. This, of course, is Singapore. And then the rug, I always think of that as like a rug. That's Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan and Belarus have this like rug feature. It looks like there's almost like texture to it. So I call it the rug. So I know Turk is one of the countries that have it. This is going to be the Maldives. Flag I just sort of know. This is Oman because of like those swords I think they are in the top left. And then of course the other sword is Saudi Arabia. Pretty distinct flag. It's kind of clean. It looks like almost like an off-white flag. It would be like minimalistic like that. It would just have like text and shit across it. All right, this is Germany. So again, very close to the Belgian flag, but just it's horizontal stripes instead. Okay, let's go. We got Spain here, South Africa, of course. From here, so this is again, I think this is one of the toughest flags. This is South Sudan. You sort of, I don't think there's a way to know it. You just have to know that South Sudan has a yellow star. Maybe that's the best way to identify it. Jamaica, there we go. Then we got Mexico. And then now this is India. Then we have Eswatini, one of my favorite flags, one of my favorite countries. We have Kenya here. And then we have Barbados. That's cool, like that little, whatever, staff you call it. Austria here with the reds. White on top is going to be Poland. Now, if you're into flags, you know that Monaco and Indonesia have pretty much the same flag, but what's good about this website is they seem to have differentiate between the two. So this, I would say, is Indonesia. Hopefully we're right. Cool. And then this one would be Monaco. And you just know that because the Monaco flag is just, it's not the same dimensions as a typical flag. So you just kind of put in your head the Monaco flag is not typical. And so you could sort of surmise based off that this would have to be Monaco. Next up, we have Peru. They used to have an emblem on their flag, but they got rid of it, which makes it a little harder to identify, but nonetheless, it's still going to be the vertical red, white, red, so this is Peru. So now this is the naked red, white, black, which is Yemen. And then after that, so now there's, as you can see, a lot of variations of this. This, of course, is Egypt. Then we have Iraq here, and then we have Syria. Cool. If we have the red, and it's just a rectangle, it's going to be the UAE or the United Arab Emirates. Pretty popular flag. And then after that, so this is the Jordanian flag, so Jordan, and it has the same exact color scheme and shape as the Palestinian flag, but it doesn't, the Palestine flag doesn't have a star, so you know this is Jordan. And I remember that because Michael Jordan is a star, you know? So Jordan equals star. Next up, we have Kuwait. I don't know how I know that one. That's just like Kuwait, you cut off the triangle and it's like a K kind of. It's weird, but you gotta do something to think of it. Next up with the green. So if it's the green, this is interesting. This should be Sudan then. Sudan's a tough flag to know. Yes, that's Sudan. This is Tajikistan. And I know that because it looks like a T in the middle. Next up we have Iran, pretty notable flag. This is Malawi, a tough flag to know, I think. As Antigua and Barbuda. Okay, didn't make me type it in, that's nice. Next up we have Argentina. I'm realizing like there's time and I really should probably pay attention to that because I'm giving so much analysis. So this is Uruguay. Next up we have, this is going to be Rwanda. That's the Rwanda flag. This is Macedonia. Very cool flag. This is Marshall Islands, country in Oceania. Marshall. I'm also really bad at spelling, so maybe that's why the time's ticking. This is the Philippines, pretty notable flag. This is going to be Kiribati. Again, this is in Oceania in that Australia subcontinent. This is going to be the Kazakhstan flag. This one's kind of fooling me a bit. Namibia? Yep. Next up we have, this should be Nauru. Again, another country in the Australian subcontinent region. This is going to be Venezuela, which is very similar to Colombia and Ecuador. Now we have the Seychelles, probably pronouncing that wrong. This is just normal Congo, so Republic of Congo. Republic of Congo, you know that because of the diagonal stripes. This is going to be Tanzania. Pretty cool flag, I like the color schemes. This is going to be St. Kitts and Nevis. Cool. This is Trinidad and Tobago. This is Brunei. I know that because it looks like a dog toy. My dog's name is Bruno. Now we have Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is the Bahamas flag. Next up we have the Eritrea flag. Then we have the East Timor or Timor-Leste, whatever you want to call it. From here, we have the Zimbabwe flag, which is the duck or whatever. Then this is going to be Sao Tome and Principe. From here, we have Guyana. And then that's going to be Mozambique. And that's because like the arms is the big thing on their flag. Next up, we have Vanuatu. Then we have Djibouti. That's going to be Equatorial Guinea because it has the palm tree. Then we have Czechia, pretty basic flag, but I can't spell, of course. Okay, moving to here, we have Cuba. Then we have, looks to be Panama, Chile. This is going to be Liberia, looks a lot like the U.S. You can remember this because liberty equals U.S., of course, and then Liberia is a very similar flag. We have Taiwan here. Tough flag, but this is Samoa. Then we have North Korea. Pretty notable flag. From here we have Laos, and then this is going to be Cabo Verde. Then we have, this is Belize. This is going to be Haiti. Okay, then this is going to be Cambodia. That's Liechtenstein with the crown. Paraguay. I have time constraints. So this is Serbia. This is Slovakia. This is Croatia. That's Slovenia. This is going to be Costa Rica. Next up is going to be Thailand. Okay, this is like speedrun time now. Cue the music. Luxembourg. This is going to be Honduras. This is going to be Micronesia. Tough one. That's Somalia. This is going to be El Salvador, because there's not as a pronounced triangle as Nicaragua, which is there. That's Estonia. This is going to be Botswana. Next up, we have Sierra Leone. I really like this flag. And we have Angola. From here, we're going to have Afghanistan. And then we have Burundi. I think we'll make it on time. We have Belarus. Again, this is the other rug country. And we have Bahrain. Red is going to be Guinea. Then this is going to be Mali. Green is going to be Senegal. And then that forms like a B, so I remember this as Benin. This is Togo, its neighboring country. If it has the star, that's going to be Guinea-Bissau. From here, that's going to be Ethiopia. This is going to be Lithuania. That's Bolivia. Kind of a tough flag, Bolivia, I think, personally. Next up, this is going to be Ghana with the black star. And this is going to be Suriname. Tough flag, I think. Again, this is Dominica. This is Grenada. And we have Mauritius, which I can't spell. Mauritius. This is going to be Armenia because of the gold. This is going to be Romania, and that's going to be Chad. Literally the same exact flag, just slightly different colors. Okay, I think we're fine on time. This is Colombia because there's no emblem. This is Ecuador because of that emblem. This is going to be Moldova, country right below Ukraine. This is going to be Andorra, country right between Spain and France on the Pyrenees chain. This is going to be Portugal, of course. Very easy flag at the end. I like that. Morocco here. Xbox logo is how I remember Kyrgyzstan, one of my favorite flags. I can't spell, of course. Kyrgyzstan. Good. Uganda with the chicken in the middle. Sri Lanka. I like their flag. It's very unique. This is Mongolia. And then we got Montenegro. Next up, we have Nigeria. Solomon Islands, tough flag. Lesotho, very cool flag. And then we have St. Vincent and the Grenadines. From here, looks to be Guatemala. This is the Ukraine flag. This is going to be the Namibia flag. Nope, I lied. That's the Zambia flag. I almost got one wrong there. This is going to be... starting to really get squeezed now here. This is going to be the Latvia flag, and then we have the Qatar flag. I guess they saved the toughest ones for last. This is Fiji. This is going to be Tuvalu, maybe? Yep, Tuvalu. This is St. Lucia. These are some tough ones. This is Central African Republic. Spelled right, though, of course. All right, we got a minute to figure out what this is, but we don't need it because this flag is going to be Gambia, which is a country locked within Senegal on the West African coast. So there you have it, 100%. So I'm pretty happy with the performance. I mean, we got 100%, so that's cool. I think I was talking too much, so maybe I should speedrun this at some point, but I'm also terrible at typing, so maybe it's not the greatest thing in the world to do. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be doing some more tests like this, so subscribe. Peace.